President-elect Rodrigo Roa Duterte for the administration of the oath of office.
I,
Please state your name.
Rodrigo Roa Duterte, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, conscientiously fulfill my duties
As President,
as
of the
President
Philippines,
of the
All those who
Philippines.
tried from Mindanao couldn't capture national office because their votes were just from Mindanao. What makes Duterte phenomenal is that he won Metro Manila.
You see an entirely different Duterte. I didn't expect to see a very presidential-like, honest, humble personality in a president-elect.
Duterte tapped into the frustration of so many Filipinos who are willing to give up even 4Ps and all the government programs just to be safe in their homes.
The president, even if he's not running, is actually the one at the center of things. Midterm election is the time when either he consolidates power or he will lose the momentum that he had when he won. So this is really a question of what will happen to the next 3 years.
We have reached a point in the term of President Duterte wherein we will be able to answer na will he be able to sustain the agenda that, the remaining part of the agenda, or will it lose steam? I think this is going to be a defining moment for him.
Why am I here? Because I am ready to start my work for the nation. Thank you and good afternoon.
But what do you think should be there? Because we're talking here of the next 3 years. Crucial stages. Traditionally, Philippine presidents are seen as weakened.
Which does not apply to him, considering the, kita mo sa pulse survey, 85%, lalong tumaas. Ang concentration niya kasi ngayon, nakikita ko, yung ganun pa rin, sa drugs, sa corruption.
I think last time he made very bold statements regarding his drug war, unrelenting.
Unrelenting until the end of his term.
So that will be
until
the
the
same.
last day.
I will begin in 3 years I'm out. But I leave you two statements that is really very important for governance. If we cannot have law and order in this country, and if the Filipino people would allow corruption still in government, my God, even if you give a president 5-10 terms, if you remain with this kind of structure, we can never hope to develop within the next, I don't know. Talagang hanggang dyan lang tayo. This will be a city that will be safe. And this will be a city without drugs. If you destroy my country, and if you destroy our children, I will kill you.
What would you say is the overarching message of the President's fourth SONA?
It's going to be about the Duterte legacy. And under the Duterte legacy, what the President would be doing for the next 3 years. And that would be, number one, poverty alleviation, bringing poverty rate down from 21 to 14 and making the economy upper middle class by the end of this term.
All I want to do is just to work and work and work for the Filipino. Kasali na kayo dyan. Magtatrabaho talaga. Magpakamatay ako ng trabaho para sa inyo.
Second would be the infrastructure projects, build. Kasi alam mo, Linda, you really have to have hard infrastructure projects at the end of the day.
I spoke of the opportunities for mutually beneficial partnership, especially in the Philippines Infrastructure Development Program. With build, I invited the stakeholders to take part in what is the largest effort to date to modernize the integrated Philippine infrastructure. Our people's welfare will always be at the center of your government's agenda. As your president, my mandate is not only to build infrastructure, but it is to build a strong and progressive nation.
And thirdly, there's the peace and order, highlighting the National Task Force to end local communist armed conflict, because you can never have progress without peace and order. And I think dyan tututok ang presidente sa tatlong mensahe.
Let our voices be heard and disseminate what's really happening in our communities, that it is the Communist Party of the Philippines who oppressed us, who killed us, and it's not our government. They are using our struggles to deceive the Filipino Americans, even the American citizens, to gain funds and support, to strengthen their armed wing of the Communist Party.
Nabuhin karon ng anime is in danger. Pero why are we doing this? We are doing this not for ourselves, but for our tribe, for our community, for the entire indigenous peoples in the Philippines, for the next generation. Because I don't want the next generation to suffer what we have been through for the past 50 years. Hinaot nga kami matabangan. Daghan salamat.
Kaya kayo, kung hindi kayo sigurado kung saan kayo, tumabi muna kayo. At this time, that it's too late to be talking about peace. Marami na akong patay na sundalo, pati pulis. I will not talk to you. Anong sabihin ng mga tao, yung mga leader nila, wala akong pakialam. So, yung mga haka-haka kanina about talking about peace, forget it. I am not ready to talk to any terrorist.
But what's really important is how the president will be able to also send the message again to the entire nation about our independent foreign policy, being friends to all and enemies to none. And it's really worked on our side so far. We've received good trading deals between the Philippines and China. We've received more economic packages from Japan. Our economy looks great. Different investors from different countries are investing in the Philippines. The president would always tell us in the cabinet that the ultimate public that he is responsible for, the Filipino people. So it is essentially the preservation of life of the Filipino people. His constitutional mandate is to protect the life of every Filipino.
I consider it a privilege to stand before you today as we honor the extraordinary heroism of countless Filipinos who have faced seemingly insurmountable odds in defense of this nation and the values that it stands for. We honor our brave troops who gallantly sacrificed their lives to defeat communist insurgencies, Islamic separatists, and other threats to our sovereignty, especially those who took part in the successful liberation of Marawi from the clutches of terrorism and extremism. We honor our overseas Filipino workers who, while enduring the hardships of working away from their homeland, have contributed to our national development while providing the needs of their loved ones. Maraming salamat, ang bayaning Pilipino. Thank you.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines, Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Ikaw ang Pangulo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na trapo. Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mag-aahon. Sa piling mo, di ko mawawala ang korupsyon. Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pag-asenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago.